Journaling is one of the best habits you can build to better understand yourself. But when you go on YouTube to look up journaling videos, it can get complicated. A lot of what you'll find are journal setups, which look beautiful, but they don't always show you how to journal in a way that helps you. Journaling should be convenient and offer some benefit in your life. If you're the perfectionist type, then those videos can actually make journaling harder. I understand the appeal of journaling, like making spreads look cool and having a theme, but for me, the main purpose of journaling is to better understand myself. So while decorating a journal spread can be a good way to be creative, it can also be a hassle. If you're a very busy person, then taking the time to decorate your journal may seem like more of a task than stress relief. Of course, you can decorate your journal however you want. I'm just saying that you might take more time decorating it than actually writing in it. The truth is, journaling should be convenient, helpful, and for you, not for aesthetics or other people. I think another good thing is to understand why you should journal and understand your journaling goals. If you're someone who struggles with your mental health, then journaling can be a good way to understand yourself. When I started journaling, I didn't know what to write. I wasn't doing much, just sitting around, watching YouTube, or listening to music. But one of the most important things I've learned through the years of counseling is that nothing is still something. You don't need to do crazy things every day. If you spent your whole day watching videos, write that down. What videos did you watch? What did you learn from them? This might seem like having to do homework or something, but you can literally write down anything. I always start my day off of what time I went to bed and what time I woke up, or what I ate. Very basic stuff. Usually you'll just start writing more stuff. This is for you and not someone else, so you need to move at your own pace. Don't make it feel like extra work. It's supposed to be for your mental well-being. Start by journaling when you feel like it. Once a week, a few times a month, whatever works. Everyone says stay consistent, but consistency looks different for everyone. Eventually you'll find your rhythm. For me, it turned into a daily night routine, even if it's just one short entry. Make journaling work for you. A few things I do that might help is that I do weekly spreads instead of monthly ones. I would follow these YouTube videos that make these large monthly calendars and never use them. I mean, I have 2 calendars next to my desk. Why would I need another one in my journal? I feel like it's just a waste of paper. Now I do weekly overviews and habit trackers. They're just easier to manage, for me personally. If you're someone who gets overwhelmed looking at monthly calendars, try doing a weekly one. Journaling is a series of trial and errors. It's ever changing. As I journal more, I change how I write down habits or how I track sleep. You will continue to change the way you do it. Recently, I've switched from using a weekly sleep tracker to a monthly one. My point is that your life changes and your journal will evolve with it. When I do my daily entries, I always put down the time, so I can collect data on which times of the day are more likely to journal. This, of course, heavily relies on your work or school schedule, but it can be an important way to understand what times of the day you should be journaling. I create this morning, afternoon, and evening system that allows me to check off the times of the day I'm journaling. I end all my entries with an emotion. This helps me identify patterns over time. For example, if I notice I'm often sad around the same time each year, I can prepare for that. Maybe schedule something fun or plan a goal reset during that season. I actually hate the concept of making new goals in the beginning of the year. People always do this and fail them, and then give up the rest of the year. I think we need to break out of that mentality that we need to start new goals on January 1st. You don't have to wait for a new year, a Monday, or even a clean slate to start something. Your year could start October 10th. Your week could start Thursday. I don't know. I think that starting a goal in the middle of winter can be depressing. Like trying new things while the weather is bad just seems discouraging. You can literally start anything, anytime. Time never stops moving, but we act like we need its permission to begin new things. Start where you are and when you're ready. Journaling is important to capture that time. When you're anxious or depressed, it's easy to forget how far you've come. But flipping back through your journals and seeing where you were, even if it's the smallest victories, can be empowering. As someone who struggled with anxiety their whole life, noticing when things changed and got better is important even if it doesn't feel like it. Something that has helped me in my anxiety journey was being able to recognize things I have gone through. Like being able to raise my hand and ask a question, or to get up and use the bathroom during class. It can be easy to recognize these things on their own, but having a written account of how you felt during and after an event can help you better understand how you can manage future stress. Seeing how you survived something once gives you the proof that you can do it again. There is so much flexibility in journaling. It's just writing things down, literally anything. Though I will say I don't use one journal for everything. I think having multiple journals is easier for me. But if you think having multiple journals is stressful, don't do it. Don't make journaling feel like a task. I have a daily journal where I write down daily entries and track habits. I have a therapy journal where I record notes and reflections after a session. This helps me understand how I'm reaching my mental health goals and acts as a recap that I can look back at. I have a junk journal, which is just a creative outlet. I don't write in it at all. I just glue stuff down. You can just collect stuff that you would have thrown away, like receipts or fruit stickers, and make a journal spread out of them. I have a hobby journal where I keep track of projects. I also make little reviews of finished projects and how I feel about them. I have a commonplace journal where I write down interesting things I find, like quotes or facts that I come across, or I'll find a topic that I want to learn more about and do research about it. I recently started what I call a vocab journal. I have dyslexia and struggle a lot with spelling and word comprehension, so I created a journal for words I either struggle to spell or words I encounter that I don't know. I just write the words and their definition down, and now I have a future reference. There are so many reasons to start journaling. I might make a future video going into more detail about the journals I have and how I use them. I also think with the changing world, you should write down how you feel about current events. I will often write down current events that happen in my journal and try to make sense of them, or write down how I feel in that current moment. Not only does this allow you to make sense of those current events, but it also creates an archive, which can be important in the future. Understanding why certain events matter to you or how you felt is important in understanding who you are. Also, keeping these physical accounts can help others reflect on themselves, if you ever decide to show people your journals. If you're interested in journaling, you should think about the goals you have. Do you want to improve your mental health? Do you want to lose weight or get healthier? How can you achieve your goals, and how can journaling help in reaching your goals? This seems like basic stuff, but you have to apply yourself to those concepts. If you're depressed and you struggle getting out of bed and feel like you don't achieve anything, journaling can help. Just write down the little things you did. What music did you listen to? How did that make you feel? What movies or shows did you watch? And maybe create a little review of them. These are helpful things even if it doesn't seem like it. Maybe the first entry in your journal could be a summary of this video, or your takeaways from it. I decided I wanted to make videos in which people can not only learn from, but also try to create a community that people who may be struggling can find others and share with each other. If someone watching this already journals, then maybe sharing what journals you have, or what you write down could help others. I don't have all the answers, but I encourage you to keep trying until something sticks.